General nerdery.
All right, so I think I've mentioned for my sword fighting thing that I've been wearing like luchador masks and stuff lately.
Yeah.
Yeah, just, perfectly on brand for me and fucking wild for everyone else at the park. But I've been doing the like makeup underneath, and most of the time it's black and stuff, and you have that kind of Robert Pattinson Batman look. But I had gold on yesterday.
Okay.
And let me tell you, that hits quite a bit fucking different when you take it off and you just have like the gold like raccoon. Like I looked fucking unhinged.
Okay,
like
that makes sense. I saw some gold on your face earlier this morning.
Yeah,
I was like,
no, this is what like if Robert Pattinson was the Batman of Zurin R kind of thing. Like, which I drew a picture of once. It was fucking rad. But
I think number 2 officially went into production a couple days ago.
Good.
oh, cool.
Welcome to General Nerdy, your podcast about liking things. I'm Zach.
I'm Tyler.
And I'm Steven.
That's Steven. And we're not going to talk about Batman at all today. I mean, we already have, but like...
Right, and I do... Before we're completely off the subject, I still appreciate them leaving the eye black.
It's one of the things I liked best about, like, just design-wise about that movie. Like, as tired as I get of, like, how gritty and realistic can we make Batman, they made a good fucking movie doing that. So, like, it can be done. I just want to see other stuff done now.
Yeah.
I haven't rewatched it since I saw it. I probably should.
I keep meaning to, but it is, like, 3 hours long.
I think that's the biggest thing holding me back from it is a long movie for
It doesn't.
not a lot to have happen.
It doesn't feel like it.
It doesn't
Like,
feel like that. Once you're into it, it's going, and it doesn't, and it's a good ride. But like,
fuck's sake.
I don't really have 3 hours to just rewatch a movie. I have 3 hours to nap through a rewatch of a movie.
I have 3 hours to play Snap through a rewatch of a movie.
Yeah, it's we're middle-aged, so nap through the movie, all that is the perfect thing to do.
Actually, that might be the way I end up rewatching that Batman movie. But
You're like, time to rank up and Snap. I'm putting on Batman.
Oh man, on a similar note of middle-aged, I've been dealing with foot pain, so I got those toe spreader thingies, and like,
Oh.
one, it's good. It's like I like them. Do you not know what these are?
what is this?
They're literally just like toe spread. They kind of look like gel, knuckle, like
Yeah, knuckle
brass
dusters.
knuckles?
brass
Yeah.
knuckles. Thank you. But you just put them between your toes, and it separates them out because your toes aren't supposed to like overlap, like almost everyone's toes do, because our shoes are designed by assholes.
Okay.
So you wear them, and it just reworks your toes to where they're supposed to be, and it's great, and it feels really good. But I kind of don't know how to walk when I'm wearing them. There's definitely like, what's happening, going, and it calms down and it gets better and stuff over time. But I've worn them like less than a week now, so it's
Guys, I might need these because my pinky toes are real fucked up.
Oh, I think my pinky toes are real fucked up too.
they're like $10, and I got it at Target. Like it's not hard to get them.
My pinky toes like fully curl in.
Yeah,
and
that
sit
it's
on the
not
side.
supposed to do that.
Mine just kind of look, I don't know, like...
Do I need to buy you 2 toe spreaders? Like, again, it's not
Yeah.
that much money.
Yeah, I'm not gonna remember by the end of podcasting.
I was like 27 before I found out that I really needed to be wearing wide size shoes.
Yeah, that's the next step is I'm going to buy some actual proper wide size shoes, because basically everyone should kind of be wearing what, like, feet aren't supposed to look like that.
Yeah, I just remember I had a friend that worked in the shoe department at REI, and I was like catching up with her at one point, and she looks down at my feet at one and just goes, you're wearing the wrong size shoes. And I'm like, what? You can tell that? And I was just like, no, quit looking. Don't do that. And like,
Don't pay attention to
Tell
my
me what
terrible
to do.
feet. What's wrong with you? Like,
I didn't want to start a feet only fan, so don't look, but also give me the right size shoes and don't touch me or look at my feet.
I will say, I recommend, even without the wide size, like actually choosing one of the wide size options. Keen tends to have wider toe boxes.
Keen just has really nice shoes.
They do. They unfortunately had some challenges keeping some of their plus size shoes because I wear a size 15 and a half extra wide. You know how fucking hard it is to find a 15 and a half extra wide?
Finding a 12 is a big enough pain in the ass. So, my poor guy.
Exactly. It's usually easier to find a size 16 normal And then it's big enough that I don't need it to be wide.
And I just got these little short Hobbit feet. I wear like an 8.5 wide.
Nice.
Anyways, we're talking about the
Yeah.
Ultimates today, and not just our
Which,
terrible feet.
Really, they just put their mark on the map when Giant Man squashes and leaves that giant footprint. So we're right up the alley of
You know
we're gonna
what?
be
Thank
talking
you for
about.
making that work. That is a fucking iconic image. That's so good. So, The Ultimates by Denise Camp and, what is the artist name? It's right in front of me. Juan Frigeri? Sorry, it's another one of those. I've never said it out loud before.
Yeah, let me take a look at it again. See if-
Frigeri.
Frigeri is what I would.
Friggery. Sorry,
Juan,
man.
though, throws me off.
Yeah, like, all right, I know I'm wrong. I just don't know where I'm wrong.
Fagiri.
Okay. As well as Stefano Caselli does some art on this, and Phil Noto does art for an issue. For the super fucking sad Doctor Doom issue. But anyways, this is a continuation of the Ultimate Universe. It is where I'm going to bring up my first real critique of the Ultimate Universe versus the Absolute. Absolute Universe is so much easier to fucking follow.
Oh, 1,000% easier.
Yeah.
Also, Absolute Universe is bleaker, but somehow way less sad.
That does, some of the other books, from what I understand, are not sad in the same way that this book is sad.
This feels like, what if the Avengers were super depressing?
That's true. That's very much what the Ultimates is.
So, okay. Real quick to get this aside, because I'm going to have to keep rearranging
But not
my
as
thoughts.
upsetting as the other Ultimate books, as far as have been told.
Yes, because they're not written by Mark Miller.
The other night, I was sitting there and I was reading this and smoking a joint. And I'm reading and I'm like, man, this is really good, but we're like setting ourselves up for failure. There's a lot to this book. Wait, we're probably only covering the first volume, huh? What issue am I on? Issue 19. That's definitely out of the first volume.
Yeah, we're ending at Iron Lad is dead. We did the first 6.
Yeah. So I did reread only the first 6 this
Okay.
morning to keep it in my brain a little bit better. But
Got it. Sweet.
I do know spoilers on probably everything we're
I
going
know
to
a
bring
couple
up.
of spoilers here. I do
Well,
think
that's hopeful that you can answer some questions if I have them.
you can probably confirm something that the theory I have, that I think this is going to be an absolutely incredible book in about 4 issues.
Oh, this first 6 issues is the weakest 6 issues of this book.
And like, should say, these are not a bad 6 issues. They're just very much like the characters don't know quite what the vibe of the book is yet, so it's hard to like. The author does, the characters don't, so it's still coming together.
It's very much setting the stage.
And there's still a little bit more stage to be set. There's still as we start going through, the issues start being very character specific. That is a theme that continues, where each issue is way more involved with one character than the others, but it's still advancing what's going on along.
Which I actually really appreciated that. I like that so far.
It does read a little more like classic Defenders books, which was the non-team, where like some issues you'll have the Hulk, other issues he's just literally wandered off or whatever. Like, you know, Thor and Sif aren't here because they've fucked off to do, well, those two probably fuck, but you know, like
Oh yeah, that makes sense. I didn't think about that. There was a part in this book though at the end though when Reed was like Iron Lad was explaining Cap like how spotty everybody was at showing up, and Iron Man Reed Richard was like, I've been fucking chained and held captive for eons. I won't be held captive by your expectations or something. She was like, man, Reed, shut the fuck up.
when you read Richards, who's been forcibly transformed into Doctor Doom, I'm actually going to give you a bit of a pass when it comes to pomposity, but also shut the fuck up. You're not wrong.
But like,
I know you're still Reed underneath all that. I was like, Reed, I'm going to expect you to get your shit together, dude.
Okay. So what made me make sure to bring that up is like things, if you're paying attention to the details, things don't stop being as sad as these first 6 issues. But there ends up being a lot more hope piled on top.
That's good.
But it still feels a lot like the kind of hope you might get from watching Andor.
Yeah. So, like, you do have Nemec's Manifesto or whatever it is, and that's incredible, and I do listen to it, but also you're like, oh, I'm sad now. Like, because this book really is an attempt at a modern take on a superhero team, which is what the first Ultimates was too, so great. But, and this happens honestly, around this time every decade or so. Because we have like the classic, we have the Justice League, we have the classic Avengers. In the 80s, we kind of got like the Teen Titans and stuff. In the 90s, we got a lot more like stuff like the Midnight Suns or the New Warriors. A lot of more of the like X-Force is probably the most successful example. The like edgy superheroes that are like being proactive. In the early 2000s, we got shit like The Authority and the first Ultimates, which was really taking the concept of the superhero in various, they both took them in different directions, but they both took them in kind of a proto-fascist sort of way. Like, I love those Warren Ellis issues of The Authority. It's fucking great, but I'm not surprised at all that The Authority ended up being a pretty fascist team.
Yeah.
They take over the United States and rule it with an iron fist later on. Like, and the Ultimates, the original Ultimates, they're straight up just run by S.H.I.E.L.D. Like, this is not a...
Okay, my question, though, is are they doing good shit?
Yeah, yes and no. Here's the thing about fascism, man. You can point at the stuff that does go well. Not in our attempt at fascism because it's being led by a dementia patient, but that's its own thing.
And that's why I ask. Just dealing with firsthand fascism.
No,
I was
it's like in...
is this maybe a favorable fashion?
When Warren Ellis wrote Doom 2099 and had him take over America, and my buddy who was reading it's like, but Doom made things work better. And I'm like, yeah, but he also like put people in camps. Like, you're kind of missing the point, man.
Oh, that's not good.
So, without saying too much about what comes later, until you guys ask me more details later on in this podcast, I will say what I'm enjoying most about this book overall is it is the book that we thought Absolute Superman was going to be in the first 2 issues.
Them dealing with a lot more of the like societal issues and stuff. Yeah. And that's kind of what I was leading up to.
Sweet.
This is much more, they don't refer to themselves as a team. They're a network. This is very much grassroots social engineering resistance movements as a superhero team instead of, government sponsored superhero team post 9/11, what the original Ultimates was. Honestly, it's everything Mark Miller would fucking hate. Which is part of why I like it so much.
I don't want to give away too much, but like, this is just like the merest taste of where it goes.
No, absolutely. And that's what I mean of like, man, I'm pretty sure in 4 issues, this book is going to fucking zip.
The Luke stuff is super
That's
cool.
what I'm looking forward to most, because I've read a little bit about that. That deals with a whole lot of like social, political justice, racial justice.
Who?
Criminal. Luke Cage.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm excited for him to get introduced.
That's one thing I'll say. I do like that, like, this does have the base Avengers team. We have, Cap, Thor, Iron Lad instead of Iron Man. I don't like the Iron Lad costume. I just have to admit that.
Yeah, it's fine, but
it's far from the worst Iron Man thing I've seen, but nothing about it speaks to me.
We were talking about it earlier in the car on the way over here, and I mentioned how it reminds me of the 90s cartoon.
Something about it reminds me of Rescue as well.
I get it. I can see it.
I get that. That makes sense.
It's
Having limited
that it's a
understanding,
little more
but yeah.
rounded.
Mm-hmm.
It's got less points, but like, it's got Hank and Jan. But I like that it brings in wild card characters. Like, yes, She-Hulk is a traditional member, but this is a very different She-Hulk. I love, and I made you guys go read because there was a short story in Free Comic Book Day where they go rescue the original Human Torch as their first recruit. And like, and you guys were like, oh, cool, I didn't even read that. And I'm like, do you not understand what he's doing here? Like,
I understand very much what he's doing here.
it's the first line. Can I see
Jim Hammond continues to be super fucking cool in this.
Jim
Yeah,
Hammond's
Hammond's
always super fucking
super cool.
But guys, he's super fucking cool in this.
Oh, nice.
Sorry, I'm looking for a specific line because there's this part to get. Also, I love in Free Comic Book Day that Cap is like, this is why I don't like going out with Doom and Iron Lad, because you two are useless in a fight.
Yeah.
you two fucking nerds. Like,
And then he has to break that bottle that he was planning to share with his friend. Although I was wondering if he brought that bottle specifically
I
to
brought
Molotov.
this bottle of whiskey to theoretically drink with my old buddy, but to quite possibly Molotov my old buddy. But the line of, I told you this is how it starts, this is how it always starts, someone has to light the fire. Who is the first Marvel superhero? It's the Human Torch. The cover of Marvel Comics #1 from Timely Comics is the Human Torch burning through a fucking wall. The second story is Namor the Submariner.
Oh man, as you eventually read more of this series, please remember that line even more.
Oh hell yeah! My question now to you is: do we see Namor?
Very briefly, yes.
Cool.
Extremely briefly. He seems to have been potentially like an early capture. We're not sure what his fate is, but
Oh, interesting. Fuck me, that
Ultimate Reed had an even worse relationship with Namor than regular Reed, so I'm pretty sure the maker would have been like, no, not you. Sorry, I interrupted you there.
No, you're good. That's a good point to bring up. But fuck me, that for some reason Black Bolt, the infant Black Bolt corpse was really depressing.
ooh, you see that corpse get made in the Fury.
Oh yeah,
spin-off,
some of the Nick
too.
Fury shit is going to get real dark too. I was looking through this. I'm trying to figure out what that submarine that looks like it might be the Nautilus, like that they show walking by. I'm trying to place.
I guess I'm not positive
specifically what that sub is, but we see like the Sentry, we see Weapon X's thing, but that must be a fake because we know Wolverine does show up.
Could just be a different Weapon X.
We see, I'm looking through here because they're going through to rescue the Human Torch, and it's basically a museum of other heroes that the maker has killed.
Or caused to not happen in some way.
The first costume on the left, it's the 3 triangles. That's the 3D man.
Oh shit! I didn't even
Which
really
we've
notice
talked
that.
about him.
I think that's Mysterio's helmet. Right,
I think
there,
that's Mysterio's helmet too.
That there's a skeleton. That could be Devil Dinosaur. I'm thinking right there, sitting there.
Oh, that would make sense. Who's this green guy down below?
I was about to bring that up. That is Arcus. That is the original Vision from the
shit.
Golden Age, who was not a robot. He, the Vision we know exists because Roy Thomas wanted to bring back Arcus, and Stanley was like, no, the weird alien cop from Smoke World, you're not doing that. And so
Try to fucking stop me.
he's like, all right, I'm going to make a robot that is essentially the same character. Like,
All right, so let's really quick go over the plot of what does happen in these 6 so that I don't accidentally keep mixing things up.
sure. And again, this also is a pretty episodic one, so there will be some of that.
Yeah, helpful.
When we last read it, Ultimate Invasion, the Maker, who is an evil version of Reed Richards, gets locked away in a city, what's known as the City, for 2 years real time,
Lots of time
like
inside.
10,000 years inside the city, because time works differently there. Iron Lad, who is Tony Stark, and Doctor Doom, who is this world's Reed Richard, who the Maker had tortured into becoming Doom, decide to come up with a plan to stop the Maker when he comes back and to fix the world. To do this, they recruit Thor and Captain America, and Sif comes along for the ride. They gather up...
Sif is really taking her job as a jailer seriously, but is really just fucking Thor as often as they can get out of sight.
She's like, I am your jailer and you're leaving, so I have to go with you. But I'm not going to try to stop you from leaving.
I'm not going to stop you. I'm not an asshole. I'm going to just follow you, and I guess we fuck. But,
give you a blowy. Yeah, you know how it goes. I'm sorry.
You'll eat me out. I'll blow you out. It'll be good.
Thor's a respectful lover, I assume. But
I assume
Jane keeps going back.
That's true.
Anyways.
I feel like Thor doesn't reciprocate as often as other heroes.
Batman.
Oh, is that a thing we're going to have to do on word balloons?
Which hero's most likely to reciprocate?
Yeah, and then I guess who's least likely to reciprocate?
Venom, but that's just because of the teeth.
Venom's looking out for you.
Yo, dog.
Which
Venom,
is too bad is the tongue, but the teeth. Like
Venom, if he's well fed, he is going to go down. He's going to. That is a sloppy pervert of a freak. He is gonna want to go down.
For those of you who
good.
don't listen to word balloons and aren't used to us when we get like this, I do apologize. I did start this.
That tongue, though.
That's what I'm saying. But remembering where I was, not about Venom giving like this. They do have a receptacle, basically, of different powers and costumes that a bunch of people were supposed to get, the various heroes. They decide to send them back in time because they have a time machine that lets them go back to, I think, about 6 months. Thinking like, oh, cool, we'll tell all these people they were supposed to become heroes. Here's what you should have had. And like, when we go look at the Earth again, all the heroes that we heard about will be back. That don't fucking work.
I also want to point out, because that is one of the first times they mention that phrase, this is what they took from you, or variations of it, is going to be a recurring theme throughout the series.
Yes, because this book is very focused on the anger of the 21st century American class.
Yeah, dope.
But when they realize, like, oh shit, we can't just make this world as it was supposed to be, because pretty much the only person that was like, yeah, it sounds like a good idea is Spider-Man. Like, everyone else is like, no.
Well,
or blows up.
Yeah,
a couple of them blow up. It looks like Carol explodes.
And we don't know who else, but they mention multiple accidental suicides by Power.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that being the real bummer. I mean, I remembered, but like I kind of intentionally forgot about it because it was sad. And I just remembered. I remembered just like, oh yeah, Iron Lad's sad because he killed a bunch of people. I'm not gonna go remember why or how or in any details, but Iron Man's sad because he accidentally killed a bunch of people.
But instead of like, hell yeah, we're gonna make the world what it was, they decided we're gonna make the world better, and we're gonna make the world like we're gonna not just fix the world, but like kind of take revenge. But it's not a superhero team again. It is a mutual aid network. It is a resistance network. It's somewhere between the French Resistance and the Black Panthers and that co-op down the street that just makes sure the people have food. Like, which is such a good fucking idea. Like, one, just in general, we need more mutual aid networks.
Mm-hmm.
Like, all of those are good, but doing that with superheroes is fucking, that's so much better than, like, we're going to be a proactive super team by, we don't care who we piss off, and blah, blah, and that always fucking goes terribly.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to be a team that actually, like, tries to fix the world's real problems. Like, you know, I know they're going to deal with, because they only show it here, but I know it's going to come up, of, like, the Red Skull is basically, like, Proud Boy neo-Nazi gang.
Yep.
Oh shit!
Because it shows people,
I did not
almost
catch that
directly.
It shows people very briefly wearing the costume, or wearing like shirts with the Red Skull symbol on it. I don't remember where. And also,
I feel like there might even be a line that links them to Gamergate, but I don't remember for sure.
Yeah, just to put myself on blast, I for a long time had Red Skull as a handle for a lot of like gaming platforms.
yeah, you know what? It looks cool as shit.
And that's why I chose it, because I didn't really know anything about the Red Skull as a character. I just knew it was like, I was like, oh, he's a villain in the Marvel universe. Cool. That sounds like a pretty fucking rad thing to have as your gamer handle.
You know what's also fucking rad? The fucking Hydra symbol. Cobra Commander. Like,
Yeah, and unfortunately, we've
the
talked
Punisher skull.
about
Like,
we've talked about how kind of fucking excellent the fucking Nazi fit is.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That there's I mean, that's on purpose. So like it's very understandable why that is a thing that happens.
Yeah, I have since changed all of my handles
Smart.
just to
Smart.
put that out there.
But like also, you know, they do show an image of the Punisher just going on a shooting spree through like Times
I think it was like an
Square.
inspired by Punisher.
Yeah, but he's also wearing like the red headband that
Yeah.
Punisher wore back in the day and stuff. Like they show Roxxon Oil destroying the Savage Land. Like it's very, the whole thing's fucked up. Oh, this does lead to the Ultimates issue 2 where they're invading the White House, which is one painted gold now.
well, because Midas is in it now.
I love that they picked Midas of all fucking people. Do you know who Midas is?
Loosely, but not really. I know mostly that he's.
Oubliette shows up.
Oh my fucking god. I was not surprised. I assumed they would when Midas did, but in the early 2000s, Grant Morrison went to Marvel, and it was a huge coup. It didn't go very well for anybody. Even he's like, this was not... I get why he wanted to. He had done work for them before. It was a good idea, but it's where he was and where they were. It didn't blend well. He ended up writing writing New X-Men, which was a huge run. But before that, he did a book called Marvel Boy, which was originally low-key implied to be the first Ultimate Universe book before they just ignored that and put him in the mainline universe. But in this, Marvel Boy is sort of an alternate universe version of the original Captain Marvel, sort of.
Okay.
And the first villain he fights is Midas and Oubliette, who is the girl who is Midas's daughter, who is a very S&M person who he makes out with a lot. It's very much his femme fatale, but like not like how Catwoman or Black Cat are a femme fatale, where it's like kind of romantic, but like, oh, one of you two is gonna die.
Yeah.
Like one of you two is. Yeah, you probably know Oubliette from Young Avengers.
Yes.
Who's she in Young Avengers?
So
My brain's blanking it.
no, it's fine. So you've read the Kieran Gillen Young Avengers run, the one with Kid Loki in it.
I was mistaken. I thought we were talking about the animated series Young Avengers.
No. In it, Marvel Boy is a character, and he's dating Kate Bishop Hawkeye, and he ends up dumping her for Oubliette because she was like his first love. And even he's like, this is a bad idea, but I'm going to do it. But anyways, Midas is a guy who I think he actually does have like turns things he touches to gold based powers.
Yeah, I can't exactly remember.
But he is like how he is in this. He's a obscenely rich person that wanders around in the old school Iron Man armor because he's so fucking rich that he was able to buy a copy of it.
And it is gold.
And it's gold. Because I think he can't touch anything or it turns to gold. I think he literally has the powers of Midas.
So he's mostly suited.
And this is the most on the nose fucking commentary about our president, that the gold obsessed man has bought the White House and painted it gold and hangs out in old school military armor that he probably thinks is state of the art, that he has turned gold,
Which only made it better and stronger.
which is with who we have in the fucking White House right now. Like, it's not even pretending to be subtle.
Nope.
But I fucking love that they're like, we've got to save America. And they're like, there is, and even I at first was like, okay, Cap, this is not gonna work the way you want to. And then no, he does want to save America, but it's not the United
America.
States, it's America Chavez. It's our America Chavez too. It is the as close as it gets to mainline Marvel because she's not originally from the 616.
Right.
But it's the America Chavez that we've had multiple books of, that was in the Young Avengers, that was on an Ultimates team before this. Who her original storyline is she was from the perfect superhero dimension and her mother's died saving the perfect superhero dimension. And she was like, fuck this. I'm not staying in Utopia. I'm going to kick my way across time and space and do what my mom's would have fucking done.
And then the kicking commenced.
I should read more of her stuff.
They changed her origin and is fucking stupid now.
What's her origin now?
I don't even remember what it was. It's much more sad, and actually she is from the 616, and none of the like perfect dimension and mothers die, like none of the stuff I said, all of that was a fantasy. And I'm like, no. She should be from the superhero dimension where her lesbian mother saved all of reality, and she like
Yeah.
Coward. She should be.
It really was. It was. They were like, we need to ground her. Her story's too ridiculous. And I think it's because she was going to fucking show up in the Marvel movies. And so they wanted to like be cowards. Remember, this is the same one that made probably the best Marvel project yet, but refused to admit that Jack's name is Jack Russell and refused to call Ted the Man-Thing at any point across Werewolf by Night.
Right, and we saw it on our screens. There was a giant-sized Man-Thing.
Yeah. And a Jack Russell. In the same scene, and they wouldn't admit it.
Cowards.
It's as much as I do enjoy superhero movies and stuff, I just wish they would let us. It's why the fucking James Gunn Superman worked. They let us have some of those like really weird fucking bits of it.
Oh, yeah, no, they're just back there fighting a fifth dimensional imp.
They'll be fine. Or here's my fucking dog from Krypton.
Yeah, it's comics. Let it be fucking weird. It doesn't need to be grounded. You can ground it, I guess, but it doesn't need to be.
Ironically, we are talking about one of the more grounded.
Oh, this is super grounded.
Like,
there's parts of this that could be read as a manual. Nerds, take note.
Yeah, this is. I do appreciate,
especially as we get later on.
It
Nice.
does call out so many of the aspects of like Midas is using Miss America's powers to power the East Coast, and they're talking about like, and this is so on the nose, but also it's the kind of shit that you have to deal with when you are looking at like actual revolution or social justice. We are torturing this one person, but it is making the lives better for all of these other people. It's saving these people. And he brings up like hospitals and emergency services and all of these other things that are going to shut down if you take her out of this engine thing that's like powering it. What do you do? And like that fucking lines up with like real world fucking shit of, I mean, something as simple as quote unquote simple as like sweatshops in Pakistan, or I'm not even thinking of stuff, but there's so many different ways you could do it. And you know, what's right? And I love the Cap's just like, help the person. Don't torture people.
So this is one of those things too, where one of the neat things about having read further and also having read a couple of the spinoffs already at this point is it's harder to get into than the absolutes, but there is such good continuity going on. In the Nick Fury side story, you get to see the Order to start to use that event as propaganda.
Mm-hmm.
And they actually have to address it later on when they're like, we know all the stories you've heard about this. We didn't do this. We did do this. There's a point where they have to go, all those power outages, that was us. But we had to, like, it was like
There's
somebody
a
was
reason why
being
it happened.
tortured
Yeah.
to make it happen. Like, we had to pull the plug on this.
Well,
but
and
that
it's
was us.
Also such a fascism move of like, You are making lives harder for people. So what you're doing is bad because it's only helping this like one person or small person. Or even if it is, you're costing people's lives. So that's why you shouldn't resist us, because they have to make like it or not, in real life, there is those kind of dirty choices. People died because, and they don't hide that from this, because they pulled out Miss America Chavez. This is not a happy book. It's a very colorful book, but
I can't think of any good examples off the top of my head, but I am impressed at the amount of humor they managed to wind into this.
it's a joyful book, but not a happy book is the way I would describe it.
Yeah.
Because
it perks up a little bit when you get some more Spider-Man crossover in later issues.
And less She-Hulk's gamma-powered
Monster Island.
Yeah.
Cap is pretty funny. I'll say Cap's pretty much
I'm
the
so
funniest
glad
person
they
in
did
this
not
book.
make. We will get to She-Hulk's Monster Island. I'm so glad they did not make Cap ultra conservative or whatever. That like, he's not perfect, but he's still the Steve Rogers that we know. He's just a lot more like, let's deal with some shit.
I also actively love that he is like trying to get caught up on time, but like not just like pop culture shit. He's literally trying to learn like everything. He's like, I've been gone for fucking decades.
For almost a century at this point.
That's a fucking
80
long.
years?
I've missed a lot. I need to know everything. And not just, he's sort of like trying to get like the full scoop of both sides, it feels like.
Yeah, he gets put in a chamber with 360 degrees and spends 9 days watching world history, everything.
Well, and he's like the emotional core of the team too, right? Because
which is what you should do when you have Cap.
Iron Lad and Doom are the brains, and they only continue to get less human as this goes on, by the way.
I assumed, yes.
Oh, you mean Iron Lad's not dead?
You mean Kang and Doctor Doom are really not the like reliable motherfuckers?
What She-Hulk is mad. That's what she's got going on. It's unjustifiably mad. But like Cap is the one there like actually, using emotion and being a human to connect with people.
Having some sense of empathy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's what you kind of have to have, because even
Luke also has a sense of empathy, but he's got his own thing going on. Luke is one of the coolest characters in this fucking series.
I'm excited to see him come up then. He doesn't show up in this yet.
Not at all.
Okay.
Did they not even show him for a panel yet?
I don't even think we've seen him yet, because I was looking, because I know Luke Cage is a part of this. But I
didn't see him, at least.
I have known so many people who got so into the concepts of social justice that they sort of start to lose their humanity when it comes to like, they stop seeing people and just start seeing the wider world and being like, well, these are things we need to fix. And you're right, we absolutely need to fix those things. But they lose track of the individuals in the process. So you do need also the Cap, who is just like, guys, that's a fucking person right there.
Right.
Like,
well, and we don't get this Hawkeye without this Cap being on the team.
Absolutely. And we don't get Hank Pym.
Yes.
Because that's the one I wanted, because we'd see Hank Pym first.
Okay, there's some more going on over there.
Of course there's more going on there. It's a Hank Pym. But the
Janet.
And I know, but okay. Yeah, stop giving us that look. You're too happy with yourself. But like, one, fucking the fact that the Maker clearly, they said irreversible brain damage. The Maker made sure that Hank is not the absolute super genius that he should be. Like, he took out competition.
Coward.
The Maker should be, or not the Maker, Hank, for all of his bipolar issues, should be at the Reed and Tony level of intelligence, and he's not in this book.
Mm-hmm.
But the bit where Wasp immediately is like, yes, give me the powers, yes, which means that this writer really understands Janet, too. Whatever else happens with Janet, I know some of it, and we're not, but Janet has always been the character that's like, absolutely, I should be a superhero.
Is she
And
just
then I'm
super mad at
definitely
him for
gonna-
not telling? Is my guess where that goes?
Do you want us to spoil you?
Sure, go ahead.
She might be a double agent.
Do you want me to spoil you?
She's a triple agent?
Yes.
I was pretty sure, but
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, she pretends to be working for Fury, but is actually working for... Want it?
yeah, go for it.
The Vision.
Interesting. Curious how that's going to work out.
Okay.
Because we haven't seen the Vision yet. But, like, as I'm saying, there's this big fight going on. Hank is not wanting to transform into Giant Man because he has seen some of what his life is. And it's a classic of time has been altered and everyone's finding out what their future is in the real world, what it's supposed to be. And Hank's like, I do what?
Yeah.
Like,
Also, Tony, why would you tell him that?
yeah, that's true.
Tony, why would you tell him that? Why? Oh, okay, like maybe like, okay, so real talk, you're going to be a superhero. It's great. You're going to shrink. You're going to be a big guy. But I do have to full stop warn you, you're not allowed to hit your wife. Like, it was a problem with that timeline. It doesn't seem like it's a problem here, but I just...
Instead of that, just be like, also, you have bipolar disorder and you really should see some people. Like, just let's fucking go.
There you go.
Let's-
That's much more helpful.
I do have to, okay, phrase this carefully. I don't remember, I think we talked about this last week, but I think it was off, like, after we recorded. I am in no way saying that, like, hitting your wife isn't an absolutely awful thing to do.
Oh, but there's multiple murderers on the team.
But Hank has been punished for this since the 70s or 80s. And then Iron Man has destroyed timelines. The Phoenix ate a planet. But Hank slapped someone once when he had a bipolar breakdown.
If you want to
Yeah,
say,
but that's
and if-
something I can do about.
It really does equal the 1,000 people is a statistic, one person is a tragedy.
yeah, well, I was about to say, like, if you want to ignore the cosmic level stuff, like Ronin.
Yeah, especially like the Marvel universe, the MCU version of Ronin, where he straight up murdered a bunch of people. Or Black Widow, who has red in her ledger, and even in the comics version, probably has killed more people.
Yeah,
Comic book
almost certainly has killed more people.
Comic book Black Widow is a lot more comfortable with the amount of murder that she's done in her life than the Scarlett Johansson version was.
Yes.
She's still like, I did a bad thing and I have to make up for it and I
But
should work for those people. But she's like, I'm still going to do the stuff though. I'm just going to do it
I'm going to do it for your team.
for like the,
Oh, I'll do it for the good size. The good guys
I'm
now.
going to do it to help people, not for like government cause kind of thing. Uh, so
Don't hit your wife, but like, can we stop letting this be the defining feature of Hank Pym's personality?
Yes, I agree, but also I think that that's core. Like, it's definitely basically because it is a weirdly socially, like, not acceptable, but common,
understood.
Or use it more often as a jumping off point to talk about mental health.
And that's what several things have done stuff to kind of redeem Hank and stop him from existing in that moment. But then another writer doesn't know what to do with him, so they fall back to that moment. It's the same reason that Batman has never been able to like remotely get over the death of his parents, because anytime he makes social growth, a different writer jumps on and is like, you remember what's really cool? That image of Bruce Wayne in the like single light with the pearls around him.
And that's why like everybody needs to read all of like the modern Moon Knight, where he has actually undergone growth and remains the same character.
Holy fucking shit. It's so good.
Oh, interesting.
Also, Hank Pym in that, because he actually is like dealing with his bipolar issues. Trying to deal with his bipolar issues. But I mean, it's also part of what makes Ultimates work, because this is a book where characters are going to have to change, partly because it's done.
Yeah.
I mean, not only like, even if there is more Ultimate stuff, it was announced today. The day we are recording this, Denise Camp signed an exclusivity deal with DC. So, like,
Which look, I'm really loving this book.
but Absolute MM's a better book.
Yeah, this is nowhere on the level of Absolute MM. And I do feel like this is partially like being held back, having to be the Avengers of the Ultimates universe.
Uh-huh.
And
But that's a risk of any A-level book.
And is there anything like that in the Absolute universe? Do they have like a Justice League book? Do they have something
Yeah, it's
where
all the
they're
bad guys. It's not a book, but the Absolute Justice League is like Ra's al Ghul and the Joker and Lex Luthor, and it's the people that are standing for justice and the American way. It's all the rich fucks who are like, this is the world is what we have, the world as it's supposed to be. We're going to keep it that way. We're the Justice League. And it's like their like private name for basically the Illuminati, like
yeah,
joke name.
basically.
horrifying?
Yes.
But is there like a book that's trying to do the similar thing as the
They
Ultimates?
appeared in something called Ultimate Evil. There hasn't been a team up book, partly because Scott Snyder specifically wants to avoid a team book, at least for now, because he wants these heroes for the most one. I do think they're leading up to it eventually.
I mean, they
But-
were testing the water with the Batman Wonder Woman.
Sure. And they know it has to happen eventually anyways, but like they want it to feel like a thing when it happens.
Which, to be fair, it's going to feel like the biggest fucking thing in the world.
Yes. But
It's going to be absolutely rad.
you couldn't help yourself, could you?
I couldn't. I needed to.
But it's keeping them separated keeps them the underdog a lot more. So he wanted to avoid them like working as a team as much. Well, on this one,
Teamwork is part of the theme because, like what you said, it's kind of more of a mutual aid network. And this book gets way more lefty than that.
oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I just can't get over how much I love the idea of a superheroes as a mutual aid network is such a fucking brilliant concept. She-Hulk and Hawkeye are the two that we haven't really talked. I mean, this is kind of all. This is a
We've
hard book to
mentioned
talk
little
about.
things about She-Hulk so far, so let's finish that off.
Yeah, that's Monster Island.
She-Hulk is Monster Island. It's very much based off of the atomic test. And what is that? Bikini Atoll?
Yep.
Which is where we fucking nuked the shit out of a bunch of islands just to see what would happen. And people who lived near those islands or on those, I'm not 100% sure how close there actually were people. But like,
I'd have to look that up. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't know much about Bikini Atoll, but we
Yeah,
fucked
well-
the environment of that place forever.
I mean, not just there. When we were doing the tests down in the Southwest, like
Mhm.
they didn't move some of those tribes all the way out as far as they were supposed to. So it happened on the mainland too.
Sure. I just went straight to Bikini Atoll because
Horrifying.
it's literally on
Yeah, no,
islands.
no, no.
It's
Yeah,
like,
this is very much set in like the Pacific Islander set
Uh-huh.
of it, and like,
uh
but it was gamma bombs because we got Hulks, right? Like,
this does lead to the timeline of these are a little weird because obviously Banner has been at this a while.
mhm.
But I think the premise is that he became irradiated and then went off and meditated for a long while to get the fucking Iron Fist.
But that's my point. Banner has been at this a while, but Tony Stark is still just a teenager in this world. Spider-Man is older than Iron Man in this world, which is fucking weird to think about.
I love that. That's fun.
Hank and Jan are roughly the age, it feels like close to the age that they're supposed to be at the founding. Maybe
I
a
would
little
say
older, but like,
maybe
yeah.
a little older, but I would say around there. Yeah, that seems right.
I mean, Thor's Thor, so that's not a great
That
example.
doesn't-
but
yeah.
like,
Thor doesn't count.
the timeline of some of these are a little weird, and it doesn't matter. I'm just curious about it. But okay, yeah, they go to Monster Island, which I love just mixing Monster Island with the Hulks and the nuclear experiments, like really combining a bunch of different elements of the Marvel world into a single thing, because if you have to condense, do it. As much as I love the weird wide topographical map, if you don't have unlimited time,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine with double dipping. If you can make something multi-purpose, do it.
also
I
that
mean,
lizard
we're talking about She-Hulk, but on the subject of Hulks, we end partially with one of the coolest fucking mix-ups, mashups that I've seen.
which one?
The Hulk's Immortal Weapons.
Yeah, I was going to get to that in a sec. Real quick, when they first go on Monster Island and they see a monster attack, that's the 97 Godzilla.
Yes.
And they beat it up like off panel, like, which I feel like is very
shorter snout, but yes.
but I feel like that's very targeted, that they kill it in a minute. Like, because anyone who loves Godzilla loves to shit on the 1990 whatever Godzilla.
Is it weird that I want to rewatch it?
No, I do too.
I want to know if it's
It's
fun.
It's bad, but
I know it's bad. I want to know if it's
That
fun.
Zilla in that cup up on the...
yeah.
Also, I kind of want to watch the cartoon show.
Actually, the cartoon from that show from that era is supposed to be pretty good.
I watched it. It was
Um,
fine. I don't remember a lot about it, but I remember I watched it as long as it was on TV.
My big media
Same.
franchise one from that era was I was obsessed with Men in Black, the animated series.
I also watched that, and
That
I
one
had
fucking
the
ruled.
Game Boy game.
Nice.
But anyways, they go for a Hulk army, and it turns out, it's pointed out that, like, yes, some people do turn into Hulks, but most people just get,
Most people die,
most people
and they're
die,
lucky.
and the ones that live are fucked up. Also, there's a crab person, and I feel like that is just a point. I mean, they even mention it here when Iron Lad picks up a wild crab, and he's like, you know, crabs have evolved like 3 separate times uniquely, which is a real scientific fact.
Mhm.
Crabs just, things keep evolving into crabs over time.
Which is great.
They're like
Delicious.
5 separate occasions. It's just the crab is a very effective form.
Yeah. Pinchy pinchy.
I-
Before we, while we're on the subject of monsters and stuff, I loved the subtle mole men reference in the,
The moloids. That was so heartbreaking.
it was disturbingly sad that they're just like, oh, it's not illegal for me to kill them.
People are treating moloids as pest control. The little mole people that live, that the mole man runs, is just,
I imagine the mole man
it's fucking
doesn't run them.
commentary for illegals, but like it's
Yeah, really fucked up and sad.
on similar note of fucked up and sad, when they're approaching She-Hulk and being like, no, you should fight with us, you should fight this, they fucked you, this is your war more than anyone, and her being like, no, I'm not gonna be your fucking soldier, I'm not gonna, like, you're trying to use me just the same way that they are, and you can't use my anger to fucking justify your bullshit. Again, she's right.
Yeah.
They're right too. Like, she, everyone needs to stand up, and no one's got a better cause than her, arguably. But like,
She basically, and that's the thing though, what I really like is that she basically just sets boundaries.
Yeah.
Because it's not that she's not going to work with them. She's just not going to be on call. She's not part of the team unless they're directly going for the maker, or I can't remember this.
helping, search
Yeah.
and rescue kind of stuff. And also, like, yes, I will help you under these conditions, and this is what I get out of it. And it does feel very much like the conversation that I have seen and read and heard about of white people telling marginalized people, well, you should rise up against them. And like, no, you're just making me part of your fucking problem. Like, have you ever read about like Patty Hearst and the Symbionese Liberation Army?
A little bit, yeah.
So Patty Hearst very famously kidnapped by a radical black rights group and was theoretically brainwashed into like serving the cause. The thing about the Symbionese Liberation Army other than their leader, who was just a black guy who was admittedly taking advantage, they were all white people. That entire liberation army was just a bunch of white people who were like, the black man's been fucked over, so we should be a liberation army to fight for black rights without really listening to what the black people are telling us. And that's a pretty extreme example because they like burned down a bunch of houses and assassinated people and shit. But like, I've seen so many, even in my like barely involved in this kind of culture, I've seen so many people be like, ah, yes, I'm a white person and thus they should fight for my cause and they can do all the fucking work because they're stronger than me.
Yep.
This is a hard book to talk about in like a relaxed, fun way, guys.
Yeah, but she like demands reclamation project for Monster Island. She wants them to like fix it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got it here.
That's the tit for tat for her.
Yeah, it's literally just fix our island. Fix the land. Like, and it doesn't even necessarily have to be, I mean, she initially says like make it like it was before, but really what she means is just make it so it's not an irradiated hellhole.
Yeah.
But also, you can't just move me to a different island. This is my fucking home.
Yeah, that's gonna be a longer conversation because, like, what do you do with the crabs? Do we move the irradiated life somewhere else? Because like they live now. We got to be like respectful of them.
Which fucking Iron Lad talks about at the beginning of this book. Like literally the amount of shit that they dive into, even if it's just a sentence or two. Like Thor and Sif are like, cool, let's kill some monsters. And Iron Lad's like, these are one-of-a-kind animals. No, please stop.
We don't know if that's like an evolutionary stop right there. We don't know if you just killed the entirety of that line. It's gone now.
Oh, real quick, because I'm just going through the issues. The Doctor Doom origin story issue.
I feel like this, of these first 6 issues, is probably the single strongest issue, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
There's a better version of it later on.
I believe it.
This, like I said, every issue sort of keeps with that same theme of like being mostly around one character, and it does come back around to Doom again.
Okay.
Mostly, I just want to kind of talk about it of,
and this, I don't know, I guess his issues always have this same overall theme, but that one goes deeper.
Yeah. Really what this is we are shown ways that the Maker has been torturing Doom since before he was Doom. He changes the timeline a little bit, so they miss the cosmic storm that gives them their powers. But in the process, Johnny gets set on fire and dies from horrible burns instead of becoming the Human Torch. Sue actually does just get irradiated and dies.
Yeah, just gets the wrong dosage, basically.
Ben, the Thing, is thrown into a rock quarry, and they say they think it's suicide, but I'm pretty sure it's fucking the Maker going, whoops, and dies by rock. Like, literally, he's just finding different ways to torture Reed by fucking, ugh.
Yeah, knowing the Maker, it's going to be more convoluted than him just pushing him in.
You get what I am.
But yeah, no, he's going to be the one who pushes the dominoes that makes the things go together, that pushes him in.
But we're also finding out that Doom is trying to use the cosmic rays to recreate the Fantastic Four and keeps experimenting on mice, and they keep dying because it's a combination of a fucking billion things that gave them their powers.
And it's like his little side project that he gets to do while working on everything else.
That he gets way too obsessed with. And also that just like Reed thinks that making a new Fantastic Four will fix everything. And like also kind of has tiebacks to the main universe because Fantastic Four launched Marvel Silver Age. It launched Marvel as we know it. You need the Fantastic Four in the Marvel Universe for it to work properly. I'm a strong proponent of that. So is Doom, but he's going about it wrong.
Is he building a new Fantastic Four so he can be part of it, or so that he can have someone to fight? Does he need to be Doom to someone's Fantastic Four?
Well, he also wants to go back in time and fix things farther than he can, so I think he is trying to go back in time and save,
His
especially
ultimate goal is to try to save them. In some ways, he's just trying to fill that void that he knows is missing from both them and like what he knows the Fantastic Four is supposed to be.
Got
and
it.
in
Okay.
himself, because he's a deeply tortured person who found out, oh shit, all of my friends that I've been blaming myself for getting killed are supposed to be my literal family.
And not dead.
And not dead. I don't have much to say on this other than just like, Jesus fucking Christ. This is the
It's
one
a
where
beautiful issue. It's sort of told across 3 or 4 different little time periods, technically.
Yeah.
Maybe more than that. But you keep flashing through them in a way where you know what's going on. Like,
but it's also very much kind of how it kind of feels like a panic attack to me. Like when your brain is going through a traumatic experience and it's diving through the different memories and stuff, but all like, because it's all just when Doom is in his lab, but it's all these moments just bombarding him.
right. Well, like, because it's him having a conversation with Iron Lad, but at the same time, he's remembering all the things leading up to the accident, but he's also remembering the aftermath of the accident, but he's also thinking about how he feels about it when he's alone and Iron Lad isn't in the room. And he's just really letting the pain get to him when he's in his negative zone.
I fucking hated that line. I'm sorry.
And like, I needed. Can you tell me that that's going to be a thing? That's like he's doing a double entendre, or like it's a bit. Does he have an actual negative zone that he is actually working on, and that's just like a thing that he's trying to like?
Not that I've seen so far.
God damn it. Okay, that's fine.
So this brings us to the Hawkeye issue, which opens with 2 quotes.
Oh, I loved that duology.
And I'm going to read both of them if you don't mind real fast.
Yes, please.
First, from Crazy Horse. Upon suffering beyond suffering, the Red Nation shall rise again, and it shall be a blessing for a sick world, a world filled with broken promises, selfishness, and separations, a world longing for light again. I see a time of 7 generations when all the colors of mankind will gather under the sacred tree of life, and the whole earth will become one circle again. And then this quote. I don't go so far as to think there's only one, or that the only good Indian is a dead Indian, but I believe 9 out of every 10 are, and I shouldn't like to inquire too closely in the case of the 10th. Teddy Roosevelt, 26th President of the United States. And Teddy Roosevelt's one of those ones that we really look as kind of a hero, and like...
He's overall better than not, but goddamn, that sucks still.
And
Yeah.
you can point at a bunch of good shit that Teddy Roosevelt has done. I believe so heavily in the conservation of the national park system, but it was all done through such a white guy lens. It was all, you know, we can't ignore these parts of history. Who Teddy Roosevelt was.
Mm-hmm.
He was a racist son of a bitch. He basically like forced the Mexican-American War.
Yes.
Is
that right?
He didn't force it, but he's like, me and my Rough Riders. He just recruited like all his rich bitch friends, and it's like, we're gonna go fight this.
Oh, it's been too long since I looked
I'm
into
sorry,
that
I don't
era of
remember.
history.
Yeah.
Same.
I'm
Completely.
wrong, and I'm sorry, but I'm not as wrong as it sounds.
He wanted to kill people of specific nationalities.
But here's the fucking fascinating thing of the new Hawkeye is a Native American character. I love this because it takes one of those problematic concepts of superheroes and kind of turns it on its head, because it is a problem of like, oh, this character's a Native American and he's a superhero. Well, he's the Native American superhero. All of his stuff is Native American based. He's, you know, other than maybe the Native American guy from Super Friends. I'm sorry, I don't remember his name.
Apache?
Apache Chief.
Yeah. Who grows, his powers are unrelated because he grows really big, but he's still called fucking Apache Chief and wears a really bad Native American costume. Like,
I only know that because of Harvey Birdman, attorney at law.
it's the best version of Apache Chief.
I kind of felt like in Suicide Squad, Diablo should have been Apache Chief.
Yeah, fair enough.
He's kind of just a flaming Apache chief at the end.
Basically, yeah.
But or like, oh, it's a Native American character, they must use a bow. Oh, it's this, they must, and turning that on its head of having a character that's kind of aware of
Can I give you a tiny little spoiler that makes it even funnier?
Please do.
It's all the bow's technology. He can't shoot for shit.
That's so funny. Oh my God.
At one point they ask him to do something. He's like, what? I know how to fight. I'm an archer because I'm native. No, it's all the fucking bow, dude. Like,
That's fucking incredible. I love that so much. I like this character a lot.
Charlie. Also, non-binary.
Oh, fun.
It is brought up very specifically.
Cool.
It's so rare to get something like that I like. But anyways, I
Yeah,
interrupted.
no, I just think it's a fun character. I think it's a fun change to do that. Yeah, it's fucking weird in previous books where they have to like ride around like, oh, Clint Barton, he's Hawkeye because he was a circus guy and he picked up a bow.
I mean, that is a time-honored superhero tradition. Circus man is like, yeah,
Circus Man or the Mystic East.
okay, not disagreeing with you both.
No, I'm
why
with
is
you.
he
I'm with
good
you.
at bows because of that?
because the Swordsmaster taught him.
Depending on the time period, they weren't saying East.
Yeah. The line that really stuck me is when he first meets Captain America and keeps calling him cowboy, but he's I know all about cowboys. My dad used to love those old movies. I seen them all and they were all the same. Cowboys killing Indians, cowboys killing Indians. But I loved them too. It's fucked up, but I loved them too. And like, what a fucking commentary. And you've talked about this a little bit.
Yeah.
Of like someone who loves Westerns.
Yeah, no, it's kind of one of the things. Like, I don't know. I feel like a lot of the old natives that I've known watched a shit ton of Westerns because
Sorry, I didn't
At
mean to
least
like
they had-
put you
at
on
least they
blast,
had
but, like,
Indians.
yeah.
You take what representation you can get, and if that's the only form you can find it in,
But just
I get
having
people reaching for it.
fucking in my lifetime, and like something that like affected me and my friends, like, yeah, Nightwolf in fucking Mortal Kombat 2 isn't good representation, but fuck, we wanted to play Nightwolf because we had a fucking native, like,
at least it was
in Mortal
fucking
Kombat.
something. Yeah.
I get it. I understand. I can't necessarily relate as a very white man, but I hear what you're saying, and I appreciate it.
Representation matters. That's what we mean when we talk about that concept.
I know it's not exactly the same thing, but I get disappointed if I can't play a fat character.
My biggest thing is I'm left-handed. It really doesn't hit the same. But when they made
You always
Link,
got Link.
yeah, except that they swapped him.
Oh no, I forgot about that.
When they did Skyward Sword and the Wii version of Twilight Princess, they reversed it because more people are right-handed.
Oh,
And I don't think
forgot
they
about
s-
that. I
and I-
remember that.
I could be wrong, but I don't think they swapped it back after those. And I was like, the one guy I had.
Bummer.
And it's really the least important thing. Like, I read a thing once saying left-handed people are the last unorganized minority. I'm like, one, not true. But two, like, yeah, we're okay.
But
Simpson-
we're okay.
Yes, the scissors thing is annoying, but that Simpsons episode points out how dumb that is. Like,
I always forget you're left-handed. There's a couple people in my world that are left-handed that I always forget until they like either tell me or I see them do something and I was like, why are you doing that so fucked up and weird?
watch me try to do something right-handed. You'll go, oh.
Yeah, someone else at work. I was watching them do stuff. I was like, why are you doing that backwards?
In my department, it's easy. I just always can look for the red box openers.
Oh.
Yeah. Because the box openers in the good food store, the red ones are left-handed, the green ones are right-handed. The open close things on the opposite side.
Oh, that makes so much more sense.
Okay, but back to the actual
Learning things.
the other thing, the thing I liked about Hawkeye is I had so many fucking lines from him that I was like, Oh, that's so fucking good. Because he keeps yelling about how he had a vision that these arrows were meant for him.
Mhm.
Because Clint Barton fucking tosses all of the Hawkeye. He hears all the Hawkeye shit and he's like, no. Tosses in a trash can and walks off in a fucking 1-to-1 transfer of Amazing Spider-Man 50. Like that.
Mm.
Oh
very
yeah, I
famous
thought of that
cover.
too. I was like, yeah, that's when Spider-Man throws away his
Spider-Man No
suit.
More. It's,
Yeah, I thought that looked familiar, but I didn't place it.
But the line of, there are a couple images where this artist was very clearly like, yes, this is America's ass. This one image, the Cap right there, is very much showing off the booty.
Oh yeah, with the weird like side twist. He's like doing some sort of like cartwheel kick twist midair, so you just get the ass out. But like,
Yeah, it's very much the tits and ass pose for women, but with Captain America, which was part of the Hawkeye project, was a fan thing done
Oh,
where
yeah.
they put Hawkeye in various female
That's right.
poses. So the fact that's probably on purpose, even
That's
if it's not
fun.
Hawkeye doing it. But it's Hawkeye yelling about like I've had visions, and he's like, I know I'm not stupid. I've seen Star Wars. I know it wasn't a spirit or something, just some arrogant kid, but it was my vision because I decided it was. Visions aren't about the messenger or even the message. They're about the receiver. And that was another moment where I was like, some bitch. Like,
yeah,
holy shit, that's such a like good line.
Yeah.
But I love we tend to write off the World War II generation as pretty conservative. This will tie back. Because it was. Like, let's not pretend that it wasn't
In the grand scheme of things, yeah.
deeply racist, sexist,
Mhm.
homophobic. But like there were a lot of Americans that were especially soldiers during the war that were a lot more open to a lot of things than we like to talk about. Just because they were getting shit done against one of the most openly evil things that, man, World War II was one of the most black and white wars in some ways, even though obviously it's not. But like
compared
Nazis
to
are-
other wars,
Yeah.
it's usually
Yeah.
they were fighting Nazis. Like that makes it real fucking easy. It's part of why they were also fucked up afterwards, because you weren't supposed to feel the trauma of war because you were killing Nazis. But anyways, like
but it's also like murdering people and taking a life is
still traumatic.
a horrible experience to never want to experience or wish on anyone.
And we fucked over a lot of people too in that war. Let's not pretend. But like,
Well, and it was one of the first wars after some of the new training had been implemented after World War One. So a lot of our soldiers actually were killing people as opposed to earlier wars where it was actually a very small percentage, with most of them having been found to just be intentionally firing over the enemy's heads.
it was really not uncommon. But my point is, like, someone who has dealt with the French resistance is going to be a lot more open to whoever's here willing to do the job, because this whole issue is Iron Lad sends Captain America to take out this new Hawkeye because Iron Lad's done the numbers and like this kid is about to be a villain. And honestly, Charlie could easily have become a villain.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Iron Lad is not necessarily wrong, but he's missed, as Cap talks about, the human element, the emotional element. So Cap's whole thing is just like making sure this kid's for real and not a little sociopath. And being like, yeah, I'm actually going to recruit him instead. Because sure, you've done the numbers and whatever, but I'm the boots on the ground, and
Yeah, you did the numbers. You also did the numbers so well and sent it back in time and killed a bunch of people doing the numbers. So I'm gonna go talk to the guy.
So this issue is, it's not something that they talk super in depth about, so I don't feel bad bringing this little bit up as a
Sure.
spoiler because it's like 3 panels in an issue later on. But this is a setup for the fact that as the resistance starts growing, as the Ultimates start making way and like headway throughout this series as their plans are coming together, this Charlie issue sort of lays the foundation for them getting into the fact that, like, with as big of a resistance, with as serious of a resistance as is needed to overthrow the regime that's in charge, people have to realize that we will need people who are willing to go to all levels.
Mm-hmm.
And will not necessarily be asked to do that, but you will be asked to provide support within your role.
For someone who will do that.
For someone who will do that.
Interesting.
Unfortunately, a revolution does bring out all types, but also fortunately, it's two things. The Hulk,
which is kind of a hard concept, I think, for some people too.
We want it to be clean.
Mm-hmm.
I want it to be clean. Like, I get it. I'm not saying that it's judgment. I want it to be good guys versus bad guys. But like, Andor has the best, and Rogue One has the line of like, we've all done terrible things, and I need to be able to sleep at night. Like, Hulk and the immortal weapons. Which one?
I almost pissed myself with joy when I saw that fucking page.
I think Denise Camp just really liked Matt Fraction's Hawkeye run, which of course he did. Everyone who read Matt Fraction's Hawkeye run loves that fucking run.
It's the only Hawkeye run that matters.
Sorry, Iron Fist. I meant to say Iron Fist, but also true.
It's the only Iron Fist run that matters.
Still correct, yes.
I love how both of those are true statements.
Iron Fist has more good runs than Hawkeye does.
Not many of them matter.
Not many of them, yeah. And most of them are after that run defined the character in a new way. But in this one, there's this whole thing. This Hulk is under control because of an untold number of psychiatrists and mystic healers and meditation and all the stuff you need to do to get your anger under control. But it's also not giving him any morality.
Oh, no, not at all.
And I do feel like there is some sort of commentary on like white savior on Hulk, or just like white people stealing Asian culture by a Hulk becoming
this
the
doesn't make
immortal
you a
weapon.
good person.
Yeah.
It just maybe gets your issues under control.
And really,
that doesn't make you a good person. It just makes your issues under control.
Yeah, you gotta still not be a jackass at the end of the day.
But like really kind of blowing up the like Danny Rand is the Iron Fist with like, okay, now it's the Hulk is the Iron Fist. Fuck you. Like, it doesn't actually make it.
We
better.
get a Danny and a Shang-Chi.
I knew Danny. I didn't know about Shang-Chi. That's awesome.
Oh, awesome.
If you're going to have Luke Cage, Danny Rand has to show up. I'm sorry. It's just, there's a reason it was Luke Cage and Power Man and Iron Fist, the heroes for hire. I don't even have too much to say about these. The Ultimates go to, I want to say, break out a bunch of prisoners. Turns out it's a trap, and they get shit kicked by the Hulk.
And the Hulk's immortal weapons.
Who are basically just the immortal weapons from Iron Fist, but with some tweaked names.
I'm actually
Fat Cobra was still just Fat Cobra.
Fat Cobra was pretty fun. I really loved. I had a couple things to say. I really fucking loved Hank Pym being like, "But you're supposed to be pacifist."
I've read your book.
My mom gave me your book, said it would help me get myself under control. And I'm like, fucking Hank, dude. They're not pacifists. They're going to kill you. Nut up. Give your balls a tug.
DK's beautiful daughter. I'm not sure quite what it was. Something's beautiful daughter in the original, but I don't remember what.
Oh yeah, you know what? Let me look these up real quick so we can compare the.
I also feel like this isn't the first time we've seen Janet explode out a human. Explode out a person.
No, she's done it a few times.
It's also a reference to the fact that in the original Ultimate Universe, Jan died when the Blob ate her.
Okay, that's what might be what I'm thinking of.
So in this version, she's eaten and she's just like, no. And fucking explodes Fat Cobra.
Tiger's beautiful daughter.
Okay. Uranium Brother number 235.
Dog Brother number 1.
Prince of Meltdowns, who I'm pretty sure is Prince of Orphans.
Yes.
Bride of 9 World Breakers. Fuck.
The Bride of 9 Spiders.
The World Breaker is Planet Hulk's name when he takes over a planet and becomes like a gladiator.
Oh,
king.
that's cool.
Crane Mother of the Bomb, who I think is just Crane Mother?
That's Crane Champion.
Oh, Crane Champion. And then Fat Cobra is Fat,
Fat
Cobra,
Cobra.
who is the only one of the immortal weapons who really gets a character outside of Iron Fist.
Right.
'Cause
And
people
he's
keeping,
the
like-
one that gets offed in this one.
Yeah. But like in the mainline universe, Fat Cobra shows up
Mm-hmm.
not a ton, but like,
I love that he's also the Red Hulk.
so does that mean he's
I didn't put that together. I was like, okay, so he's just a guy who's just, I got a little bigger now.
yeah. Does that mean he's General Ross in this version?
Maybe. That's really funny to think about.
Also, I like She-Hulk gets her hand destroyed, but it's already like growing back really fucking
Mm-hmm.
Deadpool like.
Sorry, I just got lost in a thought about a movie I watched recently.
What movie?
I don't want to spoil it because I recommended it to Tyler, and I've already spoiled it. So
Okay. Oh yeah, that was there's some good fucking gore in this. We haven't mentioned that. It gets really fucking violent, guys.
yeah, it does.
The bit where She-Hulk punches Hulk and he just grabs her hand and
Crushes it.
crushes it is very the word splurch is used and you see multiple fingers flying. Or
Yeah.
when Jan bursts out of Fat Cobra's stomach, or
The first time Jan wasps out and goes through a frost giant head,
Oh yeah.
like there's not a lot of focus put on it, but like you see like a flying eyeball.
I was like, she definitely flew through someone's head. That guy's dead for sure.
dude, a lot of people. Yeah. Oh, I didn't notice the eyeball. You're right. That's just right there.
That's just
And then she's just covered in blood.
So is this version of Chan, instead of she just starts blasting, she just starts eviscerating people, penetrating people? It seems like not the right term.
No.
Um,
Also-
we get Thanos.
I'm gonna. We kind of skipped over, but while we're talking about death, Giant Man grows into Giant Man for the first time, steps on a bunch of soldiers and murders them. Like, let's see.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. No less than 15 people. That's just what's on this panel. And the way it's designed, there's probably more. And then his first line as a superhero is, and you said there's more to life than squashing bugs.
Yep.
And you're like, fuck yeah, the ultimates are here.
I mean, Cap and Charlie kill a lot.
They take on an army of 1,000 people, and
oh, and aren't they like Punisher mercenaries or something like that?
they
They looked like Punishers to
Let me go back and look and see if it's...
I thought it was supposed to be a version of the Taskmaster mask.
That makes more sense. That makes a lot more sense, actually.
Especially because Taskmaster famously hires and trains and murks out minions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's like his main job. Finally found it. Yeah, that's Taskmaster. That is...
Yeah. Okay. I just saw Skull, so I thought
No, I super get how
Punisher.
you got there.
Mhm.
And-
it's almost like I'm not as familiar with Marvel as Tyler.
And if someone had... Anyone who looks at that and is like, oh, they're Punishers, I'd be like, absolutely fair.
Yeah,
In
that's
the
fair.
same way that the Peacemakers and Absolute Superman are like, oh yeah, it's Peacemakers.
What else do we want to say about this?
I don't have much more. I mean, I could go on for another few hours, I'm sure, but
I'm excited to know that you like where it's going.
Yeah, like I said, I feel like these first 6 are the weakest.
I am excited.
Parts of it, okay, this is already harder to get into than Absolute. Parts of it get way headier.
Interesting.
When we start getting some really heavy Iron Lad issues, some of them get weird.
Remember, this is also the guy that writes Absolute Martian Manhunter, which is one of the weirdest books I've read in a long time.
Cool.
But I really enjoy where it goes. I can't remember. I got to one of the issues and it made sure to point out like this happens after like Ultimate Universe #1 or whatever. That issue is super fucking dope and has some of the best art that I've seen in the Ultimate Universe so far.
Hickman was sparing no expense with like who he was hiring and stuff.
I can't even remember who was doing the art, but I was like, oh fuck, this is cool.
I was surprised that Hickman, who is the like guy running this universe, was not writing this book. But I'm kind of glad he wasn't. One, because we've already read Hickman Avengers, and like I know this isn't Avengers, but and two, Hickman would have wrote a weird, trippy book and stuff, and he could have even tried and maybe succeeded in superheroes as a mutual aid network. He could not have done this.
No, I'm almost curious how much input he did have with his position in the Ultimate Universe.
He gave them a lot of free reign.
I would imagine he gave them a ton of free reign, but I am wondering like what conversations they might have had, because the book still kind of feels pretty Hickman-y.
The whole universe still feels pretty Hickman-y, and I think that's kind of what it is, of like, okay, you're part of a Hickman super project, so you get a lot of reign to do your own book, but there will be Hickman bits.
Make it brainier. Put an infographic.
Yeah. I'm sorry, sir, you haven't put an infographic in 10 pages, and I need you to get your shit together.
I'm so surprised with how little infographics they're getting away with.
I'm going to be really curious, because we're doing Ultimate Spider-Man soon. That'll be the next Ultimate book we do.
And is that a Hickman book?
That is the Hickman book.
Okay.
That's the one that he wrote. And it is, I've read a bit of it. It is the first down-to-earth Hickman book.
I'm super excited to get further into it than
It's
the one
gonna
issue
get
that I
fucking
have.
weird still, but like...
What little I read was some of the Free Comic Book Day issue that isn't included in this. It's basically Spider-Man at a... he gets tricked into going to a Chuck E. Cheese type place that's got like an animatronic band. And it turns out that he was tricked there by someone who's trying to get his attention, and he like leaves. Spider-Man shows up, and his date is like real mad at him for leaving.
That's not Ultimate Spider-Man.
Oh, what is this then?
That's just normal Spider-Man. Free Comic Book Day put two different things in. Ultimate Spider-Man is married to Mary Jane.
Oh, then I don't know what I fucking read.
You just read an issue of
Spider-Man.
Amazing Spider-Man.
It was Ultimates and I guess Spider-Man in the same.
It's not uncommon for Marvel in Free Comic Book Day to just be like, here's a couple of stories from books that we think you would like.
Okay,
like,
good. That helps because I was not loving where that was going.
No,
He's working for Norman Osborn and he doesn't know.
That's been an ongoing thing.
Oh.
Osborn got literally mystically redeemed and is slowly losing his mind, being terrified that he's going to become the Goblin again. And they introduced a new girlfriend for him because, oh man, I was so fucking mad. They wrapped up a storyline that literally ended with Peter and Mary Jane being like, let's move in together again. Let's fucking do this. The next issue, months have passed. Mary Jane is with another man, mad at Peter, and has children. And it is explained later how this happened. But like literally in between issues, they gave us everything Spider-Man fans, even people who were like babies when One More Day happened, because that happened 20 years ago.
Wow.
Babies are still like, put him back together with Mary Jane, you motherfuckers. And they introduced this new girlfriend and no one gives a shit. Even the writers clearly don't give a fuck about this woman.
Who?
Shay something?
Never heard of this woman in my life.
No, she was only introduced like 2 years ago.
Okay, that's helpful. Now I don't feel bad.
No one cares. Peter barely cares.
Peter's got to get somebody to fuck him.
Look, there
so
was
that he has
only
someone
so
to
many
care about.
times they could bring Peter back with Felicia Hardy in the last like 5-10 years, anytime he's not with Mary Jane.
But like, can't he fucking get with Gwen Stacy's probably dead, I imagine, or
Gwen's dead, and other Gwen is too young for Peter. And also, they are fucking uncomfortable around each other because both of them held the other one as they died.
Okay, understand.
Understandable. So yeah, not that. But who's the fucking Elizabeth Banks character in the Joe
Betty Brant.
Yeah, Betty Brant.
Married.
Damn it.
About Silk.
Actually, when Silk was first introduced, they had a pheromone that made them desperately like horny for each other. And then they went, no. Like, I remember reading those and being like, guys, it's I think it was like 2015. At the
Aunt
time,
May
where they were
hasn't
like,
set him up with somebody yet.
Yeah, I think it was Shay.
Oh, shit.
I don't know for sure.
Swing
on that
and a
one,
miss,
but,
May.
like,
Swing and a miss.
I mean, you only get... She did it great on the first time, because didn't she introduce him to MJ?
Yeah. There is a great one where Aunt Anna, who is basically Mary Jane's Aunt May, they're neighbors, and that's why, because Anna and May are friends, and that's how those two met.
Mm-hmm.
Anna keeps like dropping shit to Mary Jane about like why they broke up and being like, whose fault was it again? And someone's being like, oh, whose fault was it again? And they're like, oh, it's complicated. And her going, that means it was Mary Jane's fault. Like, the kids are gone. The new boyfriend, who I've never seen the internet comics community unite like they did around hating Paul.
Oh yeah, even
douche-
I know about hating Paul.
The douchebag that replaced that Mary Jane got together.
All my
with.
homies hate Paul.
Dude, he
Okay.
fucking sucks.
Okay, I hate Paul too. I don't know why, but
They really tried. They really tried to have someone that it was always gonna be off-putting to have someone with Mary Jane as abruptly as that was. And then he was kind of a fucking creeper anyways. And they tried to
fun creeper or
No.
a creeper?
just annoying.
Oh.
And they tried to fix him a couple of times, and it just never worked. No one liked him, so he just
Why
got
is she
killed by a
with-
serial killer a couple months ago.
Oh, good. Good. Fuck that guy. Why not put him with fucking Harry Osborn?
Harry's dead
God damn! Why is everybody dead in the Spider-Man universe?
because Spider-Man lives in endless tragedy. Mary Jane was trapped.
Okay, secret third option. Her and Shay date.
Mary Jane and the new girl. Mary Jane was supposed to move in with Peter, got trapped in this alternate dimension where time moved differently. So she spent a couple years with Paul and helped and found these like orphaned children, and they kind of adopted them. And basically, in her mind, she was like, okay, I know Peter's trying, but I've been stuck here for years, and eventually starts to move on and ends up with this guy, and then gets back. And for Peter, it's been like a day and a half, and for her, it's been like 2 or 3 years.
Fuck, that sucks.
And at this point, they have them friends again. She was Venom for about 2 years, 12 issues. It was weird.
Friends with benefits now that he's dead.
He just died like a month and a half ago.
Yeah, but they
Give it
got a history.
Here is the
She's
thing.
got needs.
The editors can be like, we don't want him together with MJ as much as they want. Everyone else knows they're wrong. The writers know they're wrong. The artists know they're wrong. The fans know they're wrong. And part of the reason we know they're wrong is Ultimate Peter came out and he's in a relationship with Mary Jane with kids, and everyone's like, yes, you see? This is what we wanted. And the argument was like, well, Amazing still sells better. Like, Amazing has been your #1 title for years. That's like being surprised that Batman sells better than like
Plastic Man.
or spin-off Batman book number 15. Like,
Bronze Tiger blows Batman.
Actually, that one does really
that
well.
would probably sell
That one
pretty
sells a
well.
lot, but DC doesn't see any of that money.
But like, the Dark Knight or Detective Comics or like whatever.
Yeah.
Like, we are so far off at this point. But
I don't have anything else to say
no,
about
it's
this
a
book.
really good book. It's kind of a hard one to talk about.
It's sad, but good.
Next time we are talking about a book that I'm fucking terrified to talk about, but at least it's not super fucking heavy. We are talking about the fucking Tokusatsu show. I'm so sorry, guys. Go Kiger versus Space Sheriff Gavan.
Yeah, I got questions. You're gonna need to explain some stuff.
I'm really excited and really
I did my
embarrassed at the same
homework.
time.
I might be able to explain some stuff.
Good. I didn't have time to do my homework.
Guys, we record this in literally like 5 minutes. Let's finish this episode before we start the next one.
Fine, we love the Ultimates.
Fine,
Bye,
yeah,
let's go.
Okay.
Love you, bye.
In the meantime, we're your journals of nerdery. I'm Zach.
I'm Tyler.
Dismissed.
This has been a General Nerdery Presents production. If you enjoyed it, please go hit like and subscribe wherever you're listening to it right now. Also, we'd greatly appreciate it if you checked out our other shows over at gnpresents.com. Thank you.